And dun, dun, dun. What's going on? And good evening, everybody. My name is Osa, and Stream PC's playing silly buggers, and we're offline. Unstable. We're working. Okay then, let's get back to this. So, start the stream up. And it is day 3. We have stuff to do. I did run down the train, or the freight cars, and I'm still in the train. Okay. I did run down the freight cars, so they are all lubricated and ready to go. And first things first, I am going to take engine number 1. Select, follow, release. AI road forward 15 miles an hour. Now, what I should do is make sure it's filled up. But I think I will do that in a moment. Are you running? Why aren't you moving? Oh! Change the switch and go! Okay, so the 10-wheeler is out of here. It is 4 minutes after 6, and we need to get everybody working very, very hard today. I missed the switch. Never mind. So, like I said, at the moment we're not really travelling very far. So these trains aren't going to need a lot. There's 0.6 tonne of coal. And 500 gallons of water, I want to say. But seriously, this is more of a building memory so that we always do this every morning whenever we take a locomotive out of the shed. I need to switch that. And we'll then run that, and there you go. 4,000 gallons of water, yeah, not a lot. AI yard, stick it in reverse, run back 20 things for me. So, what I I'm looking at right now is I want the log cycle or the log supply cycled as fast as possible. We know that L2 will supply 12 cars per day, and we need 15 at this location. So I'm going to need some more log cars if I want to keep up the supply, or I'm going to have to switch the load point on the train a couple of times a day, which is just inconvenient. Although, that said, it's also inconvenient to have 15 log cars sitting around doing nothing all day, because there's no good storage around this location. So now that the coal loader and watering tower are clear, we'll get this locomotive refreshed. And it's a little bit far. But anyway, that's fueling, so we need to set that switch and set that switch. That's fine. Okay, coal's full already. And open that up. And stow that and oops, that's kind of a little bit offset. But that's it, full. So like I said, not really a lot going on there. However, AI road forward, 20 go. Now, oh, we've actually, 20 was enough. That's cool. So, not going to join these together, but we are going to take the brakes off. If I can find the brake hand, right there. And right there. I'm going to turn the, actually I am going to connect the brakes because this is 987 tons, which is borderline capabilities of this locomotive. So I'm going to turn the flags on. First train, first car goes to Whittier Sawmill. Okay, I could start at the back. That's going to Whittier Sawmill too. That's going to Whittier Sawmill. That's so the C2 cars are this spur here. I think the Whittier Sawmill cars, there's just too many of them. So what I'm going to do is forward. Okay, we'll put that there. Come on. Oh, where is that brake handle? Thank you. Release that. Okay, I'm going to stuff all of the sawmill cars. Okay, let's not go that way. Let's go backwards. Actually, that's where I wanted it. Okay, this train is going to take the bridge site stuff. The other locomotive is going to deal with the freight after it's dealt with the passengers, I think. Something like that. But we've got two locomotives. We've got a lot of stuff to get done or get moved, and the locomotives are not going to be able to deal with everything in one go. So I'm fine with that. So next four cars are for the bridge side. Reverse, do that, do that. Oops, too much. Okay. Fix the brake. And take it forwards. Now, while this is a little bit of a strain, it is reducing the amount I need to move things by just dragging the train up to this point. So that's Ela House. So let's stop that there. Ooh. The handbrake and disconnect that. So bridge site, I'm going to stick in there. Flick that one. Stick it in reverse, stick it in reverse, go. So farm supply and Ela House. Then we got a few more for the bridge. Hopefully I set those the right way. I did. But yeah, part of the anarchy of blocking here means normally if we were fully blocked, these two cars with ballast would be located together. The rails, those two cars are located together, but they're all just distributed through the train. I'm not too worried about how they all look. We just want everything to arrive where it needs to be. Okay, now it starts getting fun. Oops, too much. Too many brakes. Stop. Did we see a message? We have not seen a message that the logging train is where it needs to be. Okay, so that's still 719 tons. I am going to rig up the train brakes because I was struggling last time. Okay, so these two are the sawmill, that's to Hollyfield Heating, so different train. I want everything to come to round about here. So more for the bridge, and then I think a few for the sawmill. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I wanted to do that, and this is where we want to stop, so we'll actually put the train brakes on. As I said, this is a bit of a struggle. So how much is this? 446 tons. And stick it in reverse and let the brakes off. So come on, train. Little bit of brakes, there we go. Release the handbrake. We need to shuffle this back a little way, so we'll let the momentum take us, give it some help. And that is brilliant. So disconnect that, we will apply that handbrake, and this last car is not connected. Connect that up. Okay, and back we go again. So this, what I'm creating here is 3 trains, one for Whittier Sawmill, one for Whittier and Ela Industries, and the bridge site. So these 2 cars are going to the bridge site. What are these ties? Yeah, ties are actually together. Switch that, stick us back in reverse, and find the wheel. Where's the wheel? Right there. So again, we'll just bump up to this and then let the momentum take us a little ways further. Handbrake on that one, and I have to go this side. Reconnect them, and disconnect that. Off we go. Boop. So heating oil, stencil. How many more cars have we got here? Quite a few. Oh, you're not past the switch. So those 2 I want at the back. This is starting to get complicated, but hopefully I get this mostly correct. So reverse, go. I don't think I came to a complete stop there. We do not have anything else going to the bridge. That's good. So that's going to the sawmill. Okay. I think I will do one more switch as we've been doing it. Okay, that stencil manufacturing. We'll apply that brake, disconnect that, and go. Actually, okay, this goes to Whittier Sawmill, which is where we're set. So as I said on day 2, we would have only got one car for Stenzel, one for Holyfield. I think 2 for the sawmill. Possibly 3, because we'd get a C2 plus 2 for S0 and S, or S1 and S2. Okay, handbrake off. Oh, there's still some air in the brake line. Okay, let's connect that up. That should clear out the line. Good. And stick that handbrake on. Alrighty, let's haul it forward again. And the thing is even when you're playing with everything for the most part blocked, it's still not how I want it. And so, you know, I end up rearranging a lot of things anyway. So this is, you know, accepting it in any condition. It's kind of okay, at least for the most part. It's mostly sorted. Okay, we're at 6,300 monies. And because I want the bridge finished as quickly as we can, I'm going to do the bridge first. Let's go check on the other train. Oh, let's press R. Bring the engine roster here again. And let's see where he is. Oh, he is right where he needs to be. So, boom. Apply the brake. Apply a second brake. Disconnect that. This is locomotive 1. AI road, reverse 20, go. And I to bring up this, locations will go coal roader. Actually, you know what? East Whittier engine service. No, East Whittier sawmill. Go there. So Now, okay, let's pull that back a bit from the switch. So what I could do is actually run the locomotive round the other side of the Y and back it onto the passenger car. But to be fair, not going to do that. Oh, hello. You've already got your brake on, so it must be this one that also has his brake on. There we go. Now, I am going to haul up to this one to be around about where that car is. So, go. I'm going to try and keep the trains at the moment facing towards Bryson. Later on we'll get a little bit more funky with it. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. Handbrake on, clunk that and go. Now I've got this up, I can actually see how fast the train is going, so I'll know when it gets to where I want it to be. It's kind of like the vehicle monitor in Farming Simulator. Okay, Whittier Sawmill. Let's put the big brakes on. Let's put the little brakes on. Okay, you've stopped. And still, we're not going in there. And I think I probably didn't switch that. Yes. Not paying attention to my switches. Okay, that's good. Okay, so scroll it back in there. I think this spur is long enough to stick all the Whittier Sawmill cars. Oh, I didn't take the brake off. Now the other thing about these sawmill cars, the S01, all of these sawmill cars are empty. So it's not particularly a heavy train. All the weight of this train is, that's empty, that's got 40 tons of metal, that's got 8,000 gallons, that's 52.5 tons, that's 40 tons, that's 40 tons. So most of the weight is on the local businesses. Everything else, handbrake, will do. All of the sawmill cars are empty. They come back full and we take away the production of the sawmill are in these box cars, and if there is a flat car, in the flat cars, and then the waste wood chips are in that. But we seem to be expected to generate a lot of stuff here. Alright. So my main goal here was to get these two CO2 cars together, so I don't have to mess around again when we get them over to the sawmill. Now also here, because I'm taking the bridge site cars away next, I will not need to, well, I'll be able to run round the sawmill cars and push them in. Alrighty, that's done, that's done. Just don't do stupid. There you go. Good grief. Really losing track of where I'm supposed to put things. I think the handbrake's on that. We'll release that. Blink up against that. Shouldn't really do this, but can't manage it. Keep pushing. So this wants to be about level with those tie cars. That's brilliant. Now where's the handle? Boop. And somewhere along here is an untied switch, untied hand. Okay, so that's the sorting done. And I'm not even a hand. Oh, and train 1 is where it needs to be. Already. That. So I'm going to then stick, so now I've got 3 trains, the sawmill, the bridge, everything else. Which is fortunate because I've only got 3 tracks to sort things out into. There's the throttle, and this is, I think this is the heaviest of the 3 trains. No. The bridge is going to be the heaviest of the 3 trains. Okay, let's handbrake that one. Let's stick the engine brake on, remove the train brake, disconnect. And we need that switched. And that switched. Okay, slam the brakes on, AI, yard, reverse. Should get us connected. And we need to run over to this guy because we need you to actually go that way. go forwards. Take that off now. So that's all set for the passenger train. And SCR2 is connected, so let's get the brake line fixed, take the handbrake off. SCR2 road, go forwards. 25. Get out of here. And then this locomotive will automatically come to a stop because it can see the passenger car. Inspect. Passenger operations. We are going to Ela. Please, everybody, alight the train. Okay. Switch that. And okay, switch the other end. Okay. And SCR1. Go AR yard forward 5 car lengths. So when a locomotive stops, it's typically about 5 car lengths from what it's looking at. Unless I caught it too early. Clear for 1 car. I think I caught it too early. Let's go 2 cars. And a couple. Connect the glad hands. Turn the brake off. How's the peoples? Wow, 59 peoples. We're going to get payday. Oh, there's still 41 there. Goodness grief. Okay, there's 60 people here and 41 still want to go places. So, we might, well, if I run down to Ela and back, and then go deal with the sawmill stuff, maybe we'll figure out other stuff later. Do want to inspect that car. That car's now down to 99%. Passengers don't like cars in bad condition, so that might come back as a problem later. Okay, gonna stick you on manual. Brakes are on, it's in neutral, so all good there. 2.8 tons of coal. Yeah, this thing doesn't carry much. And here comes the mogul with the bridge train. So the earlier you get things done, the quicker things start happening. So it's going to take a set amount of time to unload each of the cars that we deliver to the industries. But so long as they're delivered before tonight, we'll get a full bonus on them. If we deliver them tomorrow, then the bonus will be a bit less. If we deliver them on day 3, it'll be worse. So 6%, 3%, 2% bonus. So we kind of want to deliver everything in one day, or on day 1. And then passengers just need to be serviced once a day. Because we've got so many passengers here, I figure that by 6 o'clock tonight there's going to be another 60 or more passengers, which means we might want to consider running another passenger service just because there's a lot of them. Okay, well, we'll wait for the freight train to go. I could drive this one myself, can't I? Yeah, why not? Okay. we should get on board. The other thing you'll notice on day one, we also don't get house. No, we got an Ela house track car. I don't know. Sometimes you don't get house track cars until day 2 of servicing. Well, that said, we've been servicing Whittier and Ela for this is the 3rd day now. So oops. Let's leave that at 55. Let's drop that to 7. Let's pull up the map, and I think that now needs to switch. Pretty sure the freight train's probably cleared Whittier Yard now. Yes, indeed. So the other thing is, there's these little white boards that tell you what you're approaching. So if you ever get on a train and you're not sure, the name board is basically telling you where you're about to arrive at, or where you're departing if you're looking out the back of the train. That's a 250. Let's select the locomotive for now. Oh, actually, no, let's not. Let's set that for a Whittier. So as soon as we arrive, we'll drop 60 people at Ela, and then whoever wants to return to Whittier will get on the train. Oh, I'm doing 30. I might want to ease off on that, because that looks like smoke plume just round the corner here. Yes. Let's back off a bit, guys. Oh. I'm thinking about it. I want to switch that so that the AI will stop at that switch before it gets to the bridge. And again, we'll push the bridge repair team up the hill at that point. So the game as it stands, we're still, I think we're in sort of pre-release state, early access. So there are a lot of buildings missing. But the guys who are working on this game, they want to play trains. So they're concentrating on the train models, the AI, and actually doing things in the game, as opposed to having the entire city of Ela modelled. We will probably get those one day, but then they're bottom priority. But that said, I mean, the river has been improving over time. I see you, train. Oh, and I need to be careful when we get to the Ela that we don't go too far, so I can't turn the train round or run around. How are we doing? Oh, he's already in Ela. That's awesome. So Ela's just around this corner. Probably should consider slowing down. Just a thought. Gentle braking. Don't want everybody throwing their coffee all over themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, the train is approaching Ela. Please collect your belongings and prepare to disembark. And 3, 2, 1. That's fine. Stick that in neutral, and we want to be train 2 for a brief moment. Okay, handbrake. I'll try and keep an eye out or an ear out for the everybody got off at Ela message. How is this looking? We have 74 passengers waiting at Ela. Grief. Trainline has got very popular all of a sudden, in spite of the fact we're only servicing each station once per day. I think I'm making an exception today. We'll do them twice. Once we open up to Bryson, yeah, that might change. Oh, there's actually a little bit of a hill here, which is why the train slowed down a bit from whatever speed I had it going. Too slow, too slow, too many brakes. And that should be good. It used to be, back when the game was released, if this point of the locomotive was past the switches, then you couldn't turn the switch. Now it just seems to be the wheels for the most part. Even so. How's the peoples? The peoples are ready to leave. Okay then. Select. Oh, no, no, no. Let's get this train going quickly so that 30 go. I can get back to this one. The last thing I need is for this to plough into the back of the bridge repair train at 10 miles an hour, because that'll break things and then we have to fix them. And number one, that costs repair parts and money, and two, it takes a train out of action, and I kind of need both of them at the moment. mean, I could run this one light to help with the freight, but I think the other train can deal with that on its own. Okay, that's good. Last car is the one with the brakes on. And go. Heave. Actually, it kind of occurs to me that yeah, just doing the one passenger run now. We'll see. I was thinking because I want the passenger train to live at Bryson, so I don't. You know, the last run of the day will be from Whittier to Bryson, at least today. But if I want to get another round trip from Whittier to Wheeler and back to deal with the 80 passengers that are currently at both stations, I might want to well, it's a thing. Oh, I've still got the banners on. That's fine. Okay, looks like the entire train is in the bridge site. We'll push it close so the guys don't have far to walk to get all their spare parts. Okay, turn that on. We'll stick that to neutral. And we will block that and block that. Train brake can release the pressure. And you are good for now. So back to number one. Where are you? Who knows? So 60 passengers, and I'm not going to check this off for Wheeler return yet because I don't want the car to. I don't want the train to load, and then more people turn up because there's an empty train waiting for them. Not sure if that's actually a thing, but just. We're not running a passenger service. We're running a freight line that happens to carry passengers. At least that's the rationale for now. I'm not going to run 20 passenger trains up and down the line. Because that's complicated, especially when you're playing solo. We are back here, 27 tons of coal, 3,000 gallons of water. I think we've got enough to keep ourselves going for now. And we are swinging into the station. This is Whittier. This service will terminate here. Stop. Stoppy, stop, stop, stop. That's fine. Brake on, people get off. disconnected. The train should now run off on its own. Let's do 20. And we will get paid another £60. I'm happy with that. Oh, actually, you know what? We need to get this all set up for next time we come through here. And all the way down here to there, and I think let's go Ela Station. Come in there and about there. Yes, that is awesome. That's all set up. Let's go back to the train. Why are you stopped? Oh, because that's pointing the way I want it to after you've gone by. Go train. Alrighty, we will follow you down, and I'm going to go and get a drink. I'll be back in a second. Oh, ow, oh, ow, 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 ow. Fishes. So how are we actually doing today? We're an hour in, and people got delivered, bridge site got delivered, and all of the freight trains are ready to get dealt with. Guess it's going to take me a while to get there. Let's go look at the log train. Let's see how that's doing. Okay, 2/3 full. How many logs are there? Still 26 left in supply. So 8 more will go. That'll put us down to 18. Alrighty. So that's not ready yet. Okay, so I think the number of cars we have for the sawmill is too long for this spur, so I'll bring them all to here, and then I'll leave the 2 wood chip cars there and take the rest of them in and then sort them out there. What is this? This is the 10-wheeler. It's the locomotive I have available, so it is what it is. That's good. We need to run down and then come back. And I'll probably do this job manually for now. We get more locomotives, I have to do more AI, but for right this minute we can take time to manually do stuff for a bit. And now we're down. This is the yard. So maximum speed 15 in the yard. Speed to 10. And that'll be 0. Okay, manual. Forward. Brakes off. So in the UK, originally most freight locomotives were 060s, no truck on the front. But as freight got heavier, first of all they added a... Come on, dude. Connect, thank you. And we actually have the brake on at this end, which is a little inconvenient. So as the trains got heavier, they initially started with... actually, let's go there. Just putting an extra pony truck here and extending the boiler to give them more steam, more power. And then as the freight carried on getting heavier, they added 2 axles to the front truck, giving them more space. You know, a longer boiler and thus increasing the power. The other option was to add wheels at the back, which technically gave them more room for a larger firebox. And so typically in the UK, locomotives with in this sort of formation with an extra axle behind, small wheels, would be used for the fast passenger services, not so much for freight. Although occasionally you would get 2 front wheels and 4 driving axles. Actually, these are light. Which gave you even more traction for freight work. And it was typically freight work that was the problem. If you look at something like this car, it's very light. It's one of the lightest cars on the line. But fully loaded, they tended to carry more weight. So this car empty is the lightest car on the line. This car full would be the heaviest car on the line. Passenger cars are the heaviest when empty. Or of all the empty vehicles, a passenger car is the heaviest because you've got doors, windows, lots of seating, etc., etc. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to let this roll all the way in and see how many cars we can actually fit. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be fouling this switch here. And then when you put people in a passenger car, that doesn't add a significant amount to the weight of the passenger car. Okay, let's get the brakes on. More brakes. I'll keep going. Oh, we might get all of this on board. Did they make this spur longer? I don't know. And brakes. Are we clear? We are clear. Okay, that's a surprise. I didn't expect us to get the entire rake on this line. Anyway, let's shunt this back to where it's supposed to go and let's start getting paid for stuff other than peoples. Peoples are good, but peoples don't pay much. Peoples pay a $1 a person per stop. A person travelling Whittier to Brighton will pay us more than a person travelling Whittier to Wheeler. I think it is somewhere in the region of $1 per station that you go through. Depot. Okay, he's off. And full brakes. And apply. And we just got paid 2 cars, 106 plus $6. I'll take that. How many more we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 more cars to get paid for. That's as far as the load point is, though. So these might not all fit on these 2 spurs. But I am surprised we got the entire train into the head shunt. Actually, we've only got 7. Okay, we've got 7 cars here. That's fine. So it's a little immersion braking having these banners up, but it does let me see what needs to go where and whether I'm actually hitting the spot. So actually slow down more. Lots of slowing down. Okay, still got room at the end for one more car by the looks of it, so this might all fit. I will be happy if we do. Ooh, just made it. Okay, let's go up to the end. No, let's push it further. Might as well make use of all of the real estate that we have, or at least a lot of it. And slam the brakes on. That's good. And we just got paid for 5 cars, 265. Oh, and 2 more cars. 7 cars. Yes. That's handbrake is on. Disconnected and back her out. So that was kind of successful, and we got paid 106, 265. Actually 280. About $500 for that. I'm not complaining. And we get paid for dropping them back at the interchange when they're empty. Although that may be tomorrow. $19 an hour, a little bit on the brisk side. Let's slow down here. Thank you. Back her up. Okay, and now we need to switch that. So I believe the next train into the yard will be the Ela Bridge cars. Okay. Cut throttle and coast. So again, still not going to fill that up. I'm more concerned with getting not using up all my coal. We've still got 40 tons of coal, so no big deal there. And then when we unlock Bryson, there's coal and repair facilities there. So again, no great hurry to get those fully stocked. Okay, we need to go drive. So we got Ela at the front, Stenzel at the back. We will drop off Stenzel on the outbound. We will drop off the Holyfield heating oil on the return. And we will boost the speed. So this is starting to be the sort of train I would consider putting a caboose on the back, although we are still, this is a pick up and drop off freight. It's not a point to point. So we're just going to drive down the line, dropping off as we go. And they're already loading up the cars. 0.3 tons of wood chips, 0.3 tons of wood chip. That's a bigger car than the other one, so the small one will probably fill up possibly by tonight. And I figure that's probably a good rate of speed. So 2.4 miles to Ela. But yeah, instead of £500, we would have got basically about 150 yesterday, and then another 150 today for the sawmill work. And since we filled up the log cars yesterday, there should be somewhere in the region of a full supply by tonight. As I said, we need 15 per day. We've got 12.6 unloaded at the moment. It takes a while for them to get unloaded. Alrighty, and here we are, and this is kind of a heavy train, so I will use the train brake. I did attach it, yes. But because I'm using the brakes on every single car, our stopping distance is shorter, especially because of the weight of the cars. Obviously, if you're running a train of light cars, applying the brakes on them isn't going to make a significant difference. But we're running 6 cars, 400 tons. Well, minus the engine weight. It's probably about 340 tons of train of freight. So the brakes on this are going to be quite effective. So it is sounding like 9:30 out there. Alrighty, gonna put the back car's brakes on, and we just got another $127. Awesome. And this is really what the game ends up being. Actually, I don't want that. We're going to come back through this loop anyway. Stick to 14 until we clear the yard. I'm considering this loop to be the yard. How are we doing, guys? And we are out. Let's go. How's our fuel and water? Coal and water's good. Like I said, this locomotive is concerning. It does not have a very good capacity for fuel, and that's the big issue I have with it. It's almost as good as the Mogul. It has 900 pounds more tractive effort. Yeah, it's 16.9. But that 3 tons, 3,400 tons of gallons of water compared to 6 and 4. The Mogul has legs, which this thing doesn't have. But I think, let's go back. I think, okay, the American is quite big, quite expensive. So the American is 7 or 9,000, but we get a discount. No, it's 9,800. It's 10,200. We get a discount. So 9,000. These two are close to being the same, but this is 5 and 4,200, 12 and 5,000. So I would go with the 22. Actually, I would go with a lot slower. And considering that one's 9,500 and that one's 9,000, for an extra 500 I get a lot more coal and water capacity. What's the next one up from that? The consolidation is 10.8, so that's 1,000 more, and at this point we really don't have the money to consider that. 4.7, and that's 5.12. So I'm thinking the T22 may be a good mixed traffic locomotive. The Pacific is a lot cheaper, 6 tons of coal, 3,500 tons of water, but we could use that for passenger services. Have I already? No, this is the speed limit corner. Do not exceed 30 miles an hour. We made it. All right. And as we clear this bend, we should be back at normal speed. Feed the power back in, and let's not do 50 miles an hour. I'm kind of thinking, since you can only set the AI to do 45, it's probably not a good idea to exceed 45 miles an hour on this line. Just a thought. Okay. So here we are at Ela. Pretty sure it's just around the bend. And there's the little white signpost. So ease off. Actually, to heck with that. Train brake. release the train brake and go train brake. No, 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 that's not how that works. Okay, let's find a brake. Let's find a handbrake lever. That one. Okay, I put that flare in completely the wrong place. That's fine. That might need to be turned. So how are we doing here? These are all looking very full still. But we've only been here for about an hour, I guess. How long have we been here? Mila Station. One handbrake applied. Nope. It's that one. SCR2. So probably about 6:49 was when we arrived. So they've only been there 30 minutes. Okay, switch happened. Go. And we have 1, 2, 3 cars for here. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I don't know if I'm going to have enough money at the end of the day to do what I want to do. Guess we'll see. Not sure if I put those freight cars far enough on that spur. We're about to find out. I don't know, we can still do passenger runs. Guess we'll see. We got 2 cars to Stenzel. Yes. Not sure how much the house car will pay. As I said the other day, the house car is just you're running a train through our town, please deliver stuff we need. Oops. Doink. And no, I did not give us. Do they look connected? Yeah, kinda. Okay, take the handbrake off, and we are going to need to move forward. All right. Back this in here now. Fortunately, the house car is at what is now the back of the train. I'm pretty sure this spur will take about 3 cars to get down to the farm supply, which is over there. The house track is right next to us. Alrighty. Still 300 tons. We did clear the switch. Okay, this one goes in here. I think just past the road crossing. It's close enough. There we go. Yeah, I didn't push it very far, but that's fine. It counts. We're good. Actually, inspect. Bleed the brakes. There you go. So otherwise, when I connect back up to that car, it will not move if I don't attach the brake line. Okay. Now I think we'll get about 1 locomotive and 3 cars in here. I think we need more brakes. Good enough. Go. How much we get paid? 68 bucks. So you don't get a bonus for city supplies. These will give us a bonus though. And those are both in position. So any time now. Boop. Actually, I want that handbrake arms. 150 for those two. Almost. Disconnect that and we are out of here. Now doing all of this the way I've done it means that I only had to run around once at this location. And we're now going to head back to Whittier, and this car will drop off what's termed trailing. It's the siding is behind us. Oh, let's switch that before we end up going the wrong way. Switch that, try and break off, back it up. Okay, that's all set. I will clear this one as we leave the yard. We now have one active freight bill, which is on the back of this locomotive. Alrighty. CR1. We need to go fast. Okay, 29 miles an hour, probably about fast enough until we get round the tight bend. Oh, we're climbing. Oh, we're climbing quite heavily. There we go. And so again, this has been a pretty quick day, I would suggest. I'm thinking I might want to put the log cars up to, this is where speed is slowed. We're not even close. If the log cars are empty, I want to push those back up to the logging camp so we can get them filled as quickly as, basically we can use production at close to full. Passengers can ride any time of day, it doesn't matter, although again we've now got more passengers than we have seats. Go train. At about 9, 10, 11. If the log cars aren't empty, then running another train now won't hurt. 7,200 money. This will put us up to probably about 7.4. 120 from the passengers as we run them up and down. I don't know, we might be okay. I might have as much money as I want. If the log cars are not empty yet, then I'll run the passenger train. Which means I might get another opportunity to run the passenger train a little later as well. Okay, at this point, I am going to go here. I am going to set up a crew called Collect. Create. And we are now part of the Collect crew. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh. Let's look at the locomotive. There we go. Train crew. That's fine. And we probably need to be slowed down. Let's do that now. So we come herring into the yard. That's fine. Okay, switch that back. Actually, that's way too many brakes. And brakes. So yeah, trailing siding. We can now push this in without having to run around and all sorts of messing about. So running around a train takes time. So if you only have to do it once at each end, that's a good thing. So getting here, if there was now pickups at Stenzel, I kind of wouldn't be bothered until I go for another round trip to Ela. 12 miles an hour. Okay, we're good. And there's, I think, enough room for 2 cars at the end of this line. Lean on the brakes a little. And that'll do fine. We will get paid. Oh, that was a appalling payment. Still, we got paid. And I actually put it in the block, so that's good. Okay, let's go have a look at locations. Whittier Sawmill. The log cars. Somewhere? Oh no, the log cars aren't there. They're up at Connolly Creek. Wow, how did I miss that? And those look very ready. Okay. So, we'll tidy up the switches on the way out. And that's not the way we should be going. Oops. So we'll tidy up the switches on the way out. I forgot to tidy up the switches on the way the other way out. Alright. Switch that one. And off we go again. Switch that one, and next time I come through here, I want the passenger car. And I don't want to be doing 30 miles an hour into the yard. It's just a bad plan. Come back, train. So you want to make most of the production. So currently up at Connolly Creek, there's 20 cars here. There's 20 logs here, which is 6 cars. I don't want it to get to 36 logs because then it stops production. So I kind of want to be constantly emptying that place. And since it takes time to empty the cars at the sawmill, what is that speed? It's 25. We're good. Yeah, since I don't want to, it takes time to empty at the sawmill, I kind of need that logging production to stay consistent. It's why I took the cars up there on day 1, because they can be using up the production, and by the end of day 2 the storage up there will be full again, so when I take another load of cars on day 3, which is what we've done, they're pretty much full in half an hour. I think we get paid about $1,000 per train load, so that'll put us at a good point. I'm going to have to run 2 passenger trains today, or hope that. How did you behave? I'm going to stick you on AI. Speed's 25, so Whittier Depot. $88 passengers, and still the car on the repair track. That's fine. And Ela Station. 74 passengers waiting, no freight cars. And how's this lot doing? So that was about 50 tons. We got about 5 tons off that. So I'm guessing we've gone about 5.1 tons off each car so far. It'll be well into the afternoon before that's all ready. Okay, this looks like we've still got to come up to yeah, the L1 P1 spur is just round the corner. And this is one of the reasons why it's a good idea to run AI up this line. So this is a 25 mile an hour corner. I'm not sure or 20 mile an hour corner. I'm not sure it's well signposted at all. So going through there at 25 could break things, and then you have to take the train out of service and pay to fix it. And we are getting concerningly low on coal. So I think this is a good opportunity, since we're running the coal train or the log train, and we have to go past the refueling facilities. We'll make use of those when we get back to the East Whittier yard. And this, as I said, this is my big concern. The fuel capacity on this locomotive is just not good. So that's that. That is, we can do the diesel refueling stands. These are very cheap, but again, the diesels are not so cheap. There's only 2 diesels in the game at the moment, and that's that one, which costs 24,000 with my good discount, and that one which costs 31, so I can't afford those. So why build diesel refueling points when you can't afford the trains that need them? That will unlock soon. Bryson Bridge Hotel, Fontana. Let's go AI yard, forward 10. So watercolor and almond. Ah. Okay, well that's a thing. Oh, we're a little ways off here. Let's go 5. And now it's detected, it's saying couples. You can overestimate, it will not break things. It will always slow down to 3 miles an hour to connect. So that's all good. And as you can see here, we left air in the brakes when we stopped up here. How close are we? We did not hit that. That's good. Road, reverse, 20 miles an hour. Let's go 25. And ride down with it. Actually, while we're riding down, we'll check the switches. We're set for there, we're set for there. shame I can't put a flare at the track there, but other thing. But I'm going to let this run under the AI, because the AI will keep us at speed. That is full. That's good. Let's check the back one too. Yeah, because these do load in tenths of a ton, and so I don't really want to be running down with 2.9 tons of logs on the back car. Okay, this thing is riding the brakes. Every single car has the brakes on to keep us under controlled speed. Should I? Yeah. So I would like to get to $7,500 or $7,500. Round about the time the bridge is finished. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Oh, to heck with it. So I will make... We've got enough passengers at both Ela and Whittier to make a full trip. And I'll get... Oh dear. Oh, I get tired. It's 10 o'clock already. So I'll do one passenger run soon. Then we'll skip time to finish the bridge. Then I'll set up a passenger run to Bryson. That'll pay better. But you see, you can deliver one freight car for $120, or you can deliver one passenger car twice for $120. Freight's where the money is, especially this load. This is worth about $1,000. And this is the second load today. I think we're coming up to the Y. No, maybe the next corner. Actually, yeah, we'll do the passenger round trip. Then I might call it. We've been going 1 hour and 50 minutes. First session was about 2.5 hours, day one. But we did force a lot of things, including two orders of bridge supplies. Plus we had to, we only had the one locomotive. We had to recover this one, do all the things. So here we are at the Y. I don't know why it's a Y. It's a triangle. It's a very curvy triangle. Anyway, here we are. And this train is now suddenly, if I put this on the passenger car and leave it at Bryson, it's not going to be available to do loads. So this is where things start getting slower, because obviously I'm going to have a locomotive based at Bryson with the passenger car. I'm not going to be able to do all the things I did on this day, like getting all of the logging supplies done and what have you. Okay, I will take over here. So yeah, this morning we had this did the passenger run and the logging run, whilst the mogul was still shuffling the cars in the yard. That's not going to be a thing. Next time I need more brakes. Keep going. Actually, that wasn't too bad of an approach. Okay, let's get this thing filled up. Check the switches. I want that one. I want that one. Do not want that one. That one's already set. I want that one. Okay. You're full. You full? Guess you're full. A little bit too far, I think. Nope. Now the other thing with buying new locomotives, I could, if I wanted to, you sell that one for however much it's worth. What is it worth? Sell value 5,100. So I've got 6,000. That would put me to 11,000. That's more than enough to buy that locomotive. So it's not a big deal, but I do at this point think I need 3. Basically one for the passenger train, one to shunt the Whittier yard, and then one to run the freight operations between Stencil and Bryson. Eventually I'll want a local Bryson in addition to the local Whittier. The local Whittier will take care of most of the sawmill stuff. Anyway, we'll get this done. How are those doing? Yeah, still not. 9.4, 9.4, 9.4, 9.4. So that car, and that car are probably going to fill first because they're smaller. This car will fill before that one. But I'm not gonna mess around saying, okay, these 3 cars are ready to go. Let's shuffle them out of the mix. I'm just gonna say we'll leave everything in position until all of them are ready to return. And we are good. Brake and brake and shift and unbrake and reverse, and I should not turn the brakes off until I've got a little bit of steam pressure there, because we are on a hill. Okay, let's go train. Okay, we'll follow this back to Whittier Depot. That's probably good enough. We could do this though. Let's take some passengers around 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Whittier to Ela service. Where are you going? That's not where I want you to go. Thought I'd switch that. Maybe I did. And then maybe I overthought it and switched it back. I don't recall. Probably didn't. I probably didn't check. Okay. And I thought it looked wrong when I saw the red disc rather than the green. Alrighty. We are good again. And on this return, I'm going to run it into platform 2, so I can do a run around and have the locomotive facing the right way at the correct end of the train. For this run, we'll do a push and return. Oops. Of course, I'm an idiot. Because we could have had people getting on this train already. Alright. Brakes. And handbrake off. And sit around and wait for 60 passengers. Yes, that's fine. And while I wait for that to happen, I'm going to go back here and set the return here. Come on. Into that spur. We'll set that so the train stops automatically. I think that's good. Okay. How's the peoples? The peoples are on the train. Go, go, train. Go here for a minute. So how's this looking? We're down to 36.4 tons on these cars. There's 26, 26, 36. 36 on the tyres. Wait 1 hour. So there was 36. It's about 6 tons in an hour. So we've still got about 5 hours here, which will be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon before the bridge is complete. Be very careful about using the wait 1 hour thing. I have completely accidentally hit the sleep button, and then it's like it's 6 o'clock the next morning and I've lost an entire day. So just be careful when you want to skip time, and make sure you're actually skipping the time you want to skip. Okay, let's go back here. I think I'll probably do a 2-hour delay when we get to Bryson. Sorry, Ela. Actually, I just remembered we might as well select Whittier Depot so we can get the train loaded. Because awesomeness. What's this thing? Oh, that showed me on the map. I see. Clever. Okay. A lot of this screen is completely new since I first played this game. This is completely reformatted. In order to do AI stuff, you used to have to go to orders and then select it here. And that station stops when pass, or station stops only triggers when your train is running a passenger train. So if we go and look at number 2, oh, it's not running AI at the moment, so it's kind of a little bit superfluous for now. That was the speed restricted curve. So Ela's around the next S-bend. Now, okay, so here's what's going to happen. When we unlock Bryson, we'll get a bunch of passengers wanting to go to Bryson. And they will prefer, I think the game prefers to get the passengers who are travelling the furthest onto the train. So if there's 20 passengers going to Bryson and 80 going to Ela, we will get all 20 going to Bryson, and the car will fill up with what's left over for Ela. Okay. And we coast in here, and as soon as the train stops, I am going to set it to manual. Manuel. Stop. When you're ready, let's do that thing. And boop. Okay, he stopped. Stick it on manual. We're in neutral. The brake is on, and people will get off. Get off, people. Jump. Go. Thank you. Okay, now gonna wait another hour. Not a good idea waiting an hour when a train is stopped on AI, because I've got it set to stop for 5 minutes. If I wait 1 hour, okay, the hour's up and the train will pull off with people still on the train. At least last time I tested that, they would. So 12, and should we go to 1 o'clock? Okay, 1 o'clock. People are still getting off. I want to go and check this train, however. Got 10 tons, 0.9 tons of rails. So the rails are nearly done. The ties and the ballast have 10 tons left to go. Let's go back to SCR1. We've got 16 people left to get off, then we get paid, then the rest of them get back on again, and I might be able to skip about 2 hours, and we'll follow number 1 with the bridge train. But getting on and getting off is real time. You can't make the passengers get on any faster or get off any faster. You can. You have more passenger cars, they'll get on 2 at a time. I think basically they'll get on 1 here, 1 here. So they'll do a 2 every tick. If you've got 2 cars, they'll do 4 every tick, because you have 4 doors for them to get on or off of. So that's the way to make trains load and unload faster, but at the end of the day, it's still 30 seconds approximately to fill a car, because it's 60 passengers per car and 2 entrances. Okay, we are almost good. Is that it? Is there nobody else? Oh, everybody else evaporated. Okay then. AI road, reverse, 35, go. Okay, we're not going to make a huge ton of money there, but more importantly, 2 cars are empty, and that's got 4.4. If I rest another hour, this train will be done. And there you go. Complete refresh. And if we run up here, there is tracks over the bridge. So we can take this train here, which has more than adequate coal and fuel. Select number 2. Oh, we have brakes on. Well, we should probably do something about that. Release that brake, release that brake. That train is ready to go. SC2. Good. AI road, reverse. 30 miles an hour. And I'll sit with this, make sure we clear Ela. I'm not sure if I've got the freight yard set correctly. Is the problem. Did I forget? I want the Whittier service onto track 2. That's fine. Okay, looks like I'm set for the correct line. And milestones, we can now do signals to Whittier 7500. Now, a lot of people will say this is a total waste of time. I happen to like having signals, so it's personal preference. I want signals. We're going to get them. We now have a diesel fueling stand at Bryson. We have the Bryson Bridge, which is 1500. Yeah, it's 2000 per thing. And we have a bunch of new locations. We have that, which I'm going to take to tier 3. We have a depot, which isn't a thing. We have a service yard with 75 tonnes of repair parts and 37.5 tonnes of coal. We will need to buy some stuff to resupply those with, but not right away. And I have just taken Appalachian hardwoods, Bryson lumber and coal, and Standard Oil to tier 3. Now I want to go ride with number 1, which is just crossing where I want, so we'll switch that. And return to number 2. So I'm going to count this as a fairly successful day. Actually, you know what? Inspect. Passengers. We are going to Ela, then Bryson. Because Bryson is now a place to visit. Totally happening place. So I didn't look to see how many peoples are here. Doesn't tell me. There we go. So we now have 44 Ela, 3 to Bryson. Not many people going to Bryson yet. We'll apply the brake as soon as we come to a stop. Actually, we'll oil the wheels. We'll probably oil those wheels too. Yes, that was probably a wise move. So we have 40 passengers to Whittier. Oh, dude, I want you on manual, if you don't mind. Oh. What the heck? No, that one, I want doing that. SCR1, I want doing manual stuff. And I kind of want you stationary. Right about now. Alrighty, we're now going to set up to, whoops, have our trains going the right way, facing the right direction. More frequently. Freight, I still might end up running in tender first sometimes. Get closed and run over here. And we just got paid $44. Stick that there, yard. reverse 20. Clear for 20 cars. Is it going to detect the passenger car? No. Yes. Okay, so it's detected the passenger car, so it will eventually switch to couple when it's close enough. But now I am facing Bryson at the correct end of the train, and here comes number 2. Nice. Attach that, turn that brake off, put that in manual, and how are we doing? 47 passengers to Ela and Bryson. There's 18 active waybills in the area. What the heck? Oh, those are all the bridge stuff. Rotier Sawmill R1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3 of those are ready to return. And that train's just past us. Let's go catch it. So, does that mean... I can't even remember where these guys are. They are not there. Oh, I did not want to do that. I wanted to do not that, that. So does that look like the log train is empty? Does. Okay, I guess I'm taking care of that with the mobile. Let's throw that up and see. Yes, those are all ready to go. And then we have 3 cars there. I'm surprised that one's not ready. Well, that's only got 9.9 tons of dimensional lumber. Those have got 30 each. Alrighty. Select train number 2. And inspect train number 2. So this will coast nicely in here. I think we got enough fuel. Oh yeah. And that's fine right there. Find the handbrake, uncouple. Was that a message that I needed to pay attention to? No, one handbrake applied. That's fine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go 15 miles an hour the other way. And clearing the caboose off that line makes this whole run around stuff so much easier. Do that, and we will do that, and we will do this other thing down here. That. That switch? Yes, it did. Okay, how many people on the train? 53 people. So slowly but surely, we have people getting on the train. So the train's just sitting here, but every so often some more people will turn up. We've only got 9 going to Bryson. This will seriously switch. Bryson is a major depot. Ela is not, so we'll end up with more people wanting to go to Bryson. But because Ela's been available for the entire day and Bryson has only been available for the last half hour, that's why not many people currently want to go to Bryson. But that, as I said, that will change soon. So, let's have a look at locomotives again. My consideration is we sell the T17 and buy a T22. And possibly buy a P18. We might be able to afford one of those in a couple of days. Get the P18, we'll run that on... It doesn't have a big coal or water capacity. That's the thing that concerns me. Although it's about the same as this thing, and it may end up using less water because it's a Pacific and they're designed to go a bit faster. Go 10. But I want 3 locomotives, 1 here and 1 dedicated to passengers. It's a bit of a waste, but it is what it is. Clamp that, and clamp that. That's looking good. Back up 20. Look at SCL1 again. We've got rooms for 7 more. 7 more people turn up, and then we'll go. But yeah, I could pull those 3 off. I'm not going to bother. I'm going to wait till all 7 are ready to go, and then we'll take them all out at the same time. So otherwise, you're just doing bitty jobs here and there, and just wasting time when it's more efficient to do what's ready. 5 cars. 2 cars, let's go 5. Yeah, switch that. AI road, forwards 20 miles an hour. You can go up the mountain. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have 7 people. We have space for 7 people. Come on, peoples. Get on the train. Okay, that's the repair track. Not going to deal with that. Those are all in service, and those are ready to pick up. So this switch list is now available because I created a crew called Collect. So this will assign anything I check here to the Collect switch list. And it's a way a dispatcher can set up a locomotive on a crew, a locomotive with a crew, and assign things to do to that crew. So if you're on the passenger train, you're on the passenger train. But if, we're ready to go, let's do that thing. Do that, and AI road forward 35. And I'm not going to drive this. I'm just going to sit on the train. But yeah, if you assign a switch list to a locomotive, or a crew to a locomotive with a switch list, and you're playing multiplayer, then each player can select their own crew of the train they're driving, and then they can look at their switch list and say, oh, I need to go to Bryson and pick up 6 cars there, and I need to go to somewhere else and pick up 6 cars there, and they'll just have a list of things to do and a destination that their cars are going to. Once they've done that, the dispatcher would then need to build them a new service. I don't think that switch is set for me because I'm an idiot. There we go. Let's go, train. But we will ride with this train because it's going places we haven't been yet. I mean, oh gee, 22:40 already. 2.5 hours. I guess today is a long day. Oh, actually, now that we're out of Whittier, that's straight through, and that's straight through, and when we come back here, I want that switched. Okay. So now I'm going to start making use of the Y to turn the train around, because as I said, there's one at Bryson. So it's 3:30 for the rest of this day. I'm going to do this run to Bryson, and we're going to watch the train, and then I'm going to turn the train around, get set up for a return to Whittier, and then I think I'm going to end the stream at that point. I may then complete day 3 with a run back, or I might do that off camera. It might be easier to do that off camera. So we just run, all I'm planning to do is run Bryson to Whittier and back again. And I'll start the next stream on 6 o'clock, day 4, and everything's ready to run at that point. So how many people we have on this train again? Inspect passengers. We have 44 people going to Ela, which puts us at £7,500. Bryson Depot, we've got 16, which I think is going to pay us 32. Guess we'll see. That's the slow corner. Mogul's still running at 18 miles an hour. I kind of like the Mogul on the on Whittier, at least for now. As I said, probably get rid of this locomotive, get the bigger T22, and then get something for the passengers, whether that's an American, a Pacific, or whatever. I don't know yet. And then 4th locomotive will be a switcher for, or some form of local for Bryson that will just live there. And here we are at Ela already. I wonder how many people are here. How many peeps do we have? 31 passengers. And they all want to go to Whittier. Why don't you guys want to go to Bryson, for crying out loud? Such a nice place. Well, I guess we'll just sit here. We'll watch 44 people get off. The train will wait here for 5 minutes now before it proceeds. Come on, everybody get off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. So 44, 26. So 26 we're going to... No, 32. I don't even know. Oh, it says there. 16 are going to Bryson. Now, while we're sitting here for 5 minutes, there is the potential that some Bryson passengers will turn up. Don't know. But there is the possibility that we might end up with more than 16 people on the train when we depart. The guys going to Whittier will not get on because Whittier is not checked. And as soon as Zila is unloaded, that will uncheck and we will get paid. Pay me, pay me. Thank you. Now we have 7,500 milestones. I want to do that. So we're going to get 4 cars that we need to put in Bryson Freight House. And the reason I want to do this now is because later on, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, we're probably going to end up with stuff sitting in the Bryson Freight House track. And there won't be enough room for 4 cars. Now have a balance of 0 because I am rich and famous. And this is only one of one. And we get signals. We get to have all sorts of fun going on. Okay, when did we arrive? We arrived at 34. It's 37. What's this train doing? Oh, he's already here. So did I have something else to do now I'm here? Or should I just leave this parked for a while? I mean, I could request the another service at the interchange and get those cars, the signal cars, delivered. Manual, neutral, brakes are on. That is stopped. Okay, let's get back to number 1. And 38, we're going in 39. Okay, and I do not know how quickly these cars will load now, because obviously Connolly Creek has, it's got 31.7. 38 to 24. That's more logs than we can transport, so that might be good. We may end up with a full load, but not for a few minutes. I think it takes about 10-15 minutes to load one log. And actually you can see that happening. We've already got 0.1 log loaded. Anyway, back to number 1. 39. Any second now we are going to be on our way to Bryson. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, this locomotive is 98% condition. How's the passenger car? The passenger car's 99. How's this one? That one's 99 too. So, well, the 10-wheeler's been running all day. It did logs, it did passengers. It's on its 3rd passenger run of the day, and it did all of the freight drops as well. The Mogul just did the bridge run and has just done half a log run. Okay, here we go. Let's go see the world. I always thought they were supposed to toot their horns before they got to the crossing, not while they blew through it. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh my goodness. And here we go across our newly repaired bridge. Let's hope they did a good job and we don't go crashing into the river, because that would be kind of bad. Another question, how much does a passenger car cost? I believe we're running the 1900 Pullman and it costs $4,005. Gonna need to consider one of those soon-ish as well. I think we go 3 locomotives, 2 passenger cars and a partridge in a pear tree. And as you can see, we are climbing out of Ela. So you have a heavy load behind you. This is going to draw more water and coal. And this locomotive especially is going to have a problem because of its limited fuel supply. Okay, I need to hit the fridge again. I will be back. Ow, ow, ow. This is the long actually. Oh, poop. Follow the train. There is a way to see the line grade. Can't remember how to do it. Not to worry for now. But there's a button. There's a sequence of buttons you can push that will show you whether you're going up or down a hill and at what percentage. Really good thing to know. Okay, that's the top of the hill. We are now heading down into Bryson. You can see the angle is downwards now. We're past through Governor's Island. And we're back alongside the river. I don't think the AI pays any attention to those. There's another one. I think it's triggered by the roads, not by the whistle signs. Although I think the whistle signs are supposed to indicate you are approaching a road, lean on that horn. we're back down at river level now. We only left with 16 passengers. That's sad. Well, on the bright side, it won't take them long to get off. How's the fuel? 2.7 tons of coal, 3,000 gallons of water. It's okay for now, I guess. That bridge takes us up to somewhere. Walker logging. So there's a whole bunch more logging supplies up there. So if we find that Connolly is not sufficient for keeping our needs supplied, we can always come up to Walker. Typically I don't bother unless I get to tier 5 on the sawmill contract. Sawmill's the only place we need wood as far as I'm aware at the moment. Pulpwood, however, there are 2 industries at Silver and another one at Andrews, which is at the other end of the line. Okay, we are here. Here we are. And this is Bryson. Bryson has a nice large yard here that we can bring a train down and then do all sorts of switching here. It has, I suppose we could go look at the Bryson Depot, which is right here, 2 tracks. The team track, which is behind us, right there. We have the freight house, which is over there. We have the coal and lumber supply, which is, that's the lumber, that's the coal drop. We have the engine services. We have the coaling tower loading point is there, and the repair tracks are all of that roundhouse and the lines around it. Standard Oil is down the line over there somewhere. I think if I do that, it'll tell you it's 0.7 miles southwest of here. And the Appalachian Hardwoods is 1 mile further down the line. Okay, everybody just got off. We now have $32. So we get $2 per $2 per or $1 per station passed. So the passengers at Whittier who wanted to come here to Bryson went through Ela, so they paid $1 for each leg of the trip. Okay, other points of interest here. There is, as I said, the coal tower is that there. We load from this side. And there is also a big water tower. But there's a water crane here, which you can make use of from this line. So big coaling tower. This can hold a ton of coal. And then a big water tower too. We've got a turntable here. We've got multiple tracks in the shed, and these 2 tracks at the back are also part of the shed. Can't remember if that line is Bryson Engine Services. Yes, that repair track is also a thing. So lots and lots and lots of repair tracks at Bryson. So this is effectively our major facility. But we need trains down at Whittier because that's the interchange. That's where all our freight contracts stuff appears. Get off that. And there's another water crane here, which is quite convenient for coming out of the freight yard, and there is a horrible grade leaving Bryson that way. All of the locomotives we have now would struggle quite heavily with that grade, so that's why I'm not looking at rebuilding the bridge there yet. We now have 3 industries here. We've got 2 at East Whittier, 1 at Ela. We've got the service tracks, the house tracks, and we've got the sawmill. That's a lot of work to do with a lot of small engines. So I'm not gonna push us to open up the next stage of the tracks. We'll consolidate our Bryson Whittier services for now. And we'll stop that there. Set it back to forwards. So normally what I do here is I'd actually run round this leg up here and then forwards that way and stop at the water tower. And then before I'm ready for departing, I would then I want to go to Bryson, Ela, Whittier. Switch that, change that to road. Set that to 35. So I could then load with water here, and when I'm ready to depart, I can have the train pull forward into Bryson. Didn't do that this time. And I also didn't look to see how many peeps are at here. We have 61 passengers waiting, 23 to Ela, 38 to Whittier. It should load the 38 and 22 into our 60 passenger car. And we'll see that happening here. So Bryson will uncheck now that we're stationary. Uncheck. Go away. Go, 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 go. Yes, and people will get on. So where you see we're loading the Whittier people first, and as soon as we've exhausted all the Whittier people, then the Ela people will get on. So there will be one guy left here who wants to go to Ela, and well, it sucks to be him today. He'll have to wait till tomorrow. But I can now AI this train. This train will now run all the way to Whittier. I don't have to worry about it at all. Here's Whittier. And it will run into this station here. And I've got it to run up the Y. So I'll run it up to there, reverse it back to here, and then pull forward and do the return to Bryson. I'll do that before the end of the day. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have a whole log loaded. Actually, we have 0.9 of log. So it is, good grief, 11 o'clock at night. So I am going to call this here. As I said, this train will run down to Whittier. I'll send it back to Bryson. I'll pull the logs down from the mountain when they're ready. And we'll have a stream tomorrow night. Maybe not quite as long. Day 4. Yay. I don't know what time I'll start. I'll start sometime. So there we go. 40 people to Whittier, 20 to Ela, and 3 people still want to go to Ela. How sad. Never mind. 53, 56, so that's going to leave in about 2 minutes. So yes, I'll do a little bit of work off camera, and we'll join up a stream tomorrow evening for day 4. I'm not sure I'm going to go quite so long. We're now getting to the point where a stream is 3 hours for a day. Day 2 was a special case because we had nothing to do except move passengers and build a bridge. But now it's going to take time to do everything. And then Saturday we'll be back with Farming Simulator on Glenleithen. But I think for now, I wish you all a good evening. And I'm out of here. Have fun, everybody.